Who is the coach's pet?
There's got to be someone.
Honestly, I don't think we have one.
You don't have a one favourite?
It sounds like it's you then.
Yeah, correct. Yes.
That's what I No, we will pay your fine.
No, we will not.
Okay, we will not pay your fine.
Yeah. Have you had media training?
No, I just went to private school. 1 second left and my voice just cracked. And it happens.
Welcome to Talking Bullship, a ram and a whale. We've got our guest host, Patrick Beach, with us. Mate, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
I think first thing to establish, are you a Pat or a Patrick or a Patch?
Depends who you're asking, really.
Ooh, I'm asking you.
Normally everyone around here, it's Beachy.
Okay.
I'm
none of those.
Yeah,
actually.
I'm none of those here. It's just Beachy. So,
Okay.
look, it's very simple with my last name being Beach. You just add a Y in the end and everyone says, yeah, that's the easy nickname
Well, I
to go
know all
with.
about adding a Y to the end. It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, add a Y to any name and it can be silent.
Yeah.
Just
Silent
ask Briley.
Y.
Yeah, just ask Riley. Yeah, she gets it.
But no, look, around here, it's that. If you ask my mum, it's Patrick. It depends if I'm in trouble or not.
Okay.
When I was younger, if I got the Patrick, I knew I was in a bit of trouble, but normally it's just Pat.
Do you ever get a Patty? Anyone ever call you
Yeah,
Patty?
yeah. I've had some coaches in the past at previous clubs say Paddy.
Yeah.
Like some English coaches.
Yeah.
From there, they go Paddy and stuff like that. So, but yeah, I get that. Not as much anymore. It's normally just Beachy.
When you roll in, are you saying, "Oh, g'day guys, I'm Beachy," or are you saying, "I'm Pat" or "I'm Patrick"?
Depends. Sometimes in like the football world, it comes out like, "Oh yeah, I'm Beachy." But,
Yeah.
But normally I just say like Pat. Sometimes even when I introduce myself as Patrick, I'm like, sounds a bit. I'm like, oh,
Who's that
I don't
guy?
even hear that. I don't hear that much anymore.
Yeah.
But like, I think, oh yeah, like yeah, hi, I'm Patrick. So,
Are you a bit disappointed that no one's done anything more creative with the last name Beach for a nickname? Like you could be Bondi or something like that. Like there's...
when I was-
Williamstown.
When I was
St
younger,
Kilda?
I actually played softball a lot when I was younger. My older brother still plays that, but I played at a good level with that. But when I was really young, because my brother's older than me, his nickname was Bondi, and my nickname was Coogee.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Or Bronte or
great.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they always said like Bondi is the bigger beach than Coogee. So then my older brother got Bondi and I got Coogee. So that was like, honestly, that was our nicknames for a while. But then obviously that was when we were younger. A lot of people still like in that part of softball and that when I go back home for off season, whatever, they can say that every now and then. But normally now I just get from fans, whatever, every weekend. At the start, it was like, oh, hey, Beach, do you like to go to the beach? And stuff like that all the time.
Yeah,
I was like,
Creative.
Get wrecked.
I was like, yeah, I've heard that one
I'm
a
actually
lot
just
of
going to
times.
take off a couple of notes that I've got written.
Is that why you
So-
stopped playing softball and why you took football more seriously?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't because of that. It was I was playing obviously at a good level for both. Loved both, and
Which one did you love more?
honestly, even. It was
terrible
like
answer.
it was because back then it was like softball. When I was younger, it was like football was in sort of the winter part of the season, and then softball was on the summer side. So I could sort of do both. But as I was getting older, they started getting in the way of each other, and then it was like I got to the age of like 14, 15, and it was like coaches were like, listen, you have to choose eventually. If you want to be here, you got to go this way, or if you want to go that way, you got to go that way because it's such a full-time commitment. And for me, it was when you say that again, it was probably football. It was always football. I loved football ever since I was young, and I knew the career path and just the opportunity how that goes. So yeah, it was always football.
And there was always Bondi in the team who was taking all the big strikes, I suppose.
What's the dream with softball? Like what's the top level of softball to get to? Or do you then convert to baseball? How does it work?
Well, it's predominantly more focused as a women's sport per se, only because they can go to the Olympics for it, where the men's it's baseball. But the men's softball is so fast and at a top level, and I think you go up to obviously the men's national team like in football, but then you can go around to places like Asia, America, Canada. Those are the sort of you can actually they get paid well there for that. Not like football, but that's where you'd go if you're at the top of your game in softball. You'd go there to those countries.
That's gross. What
Yeah.
was your position in softball?
Shortstop. So yeah.
So you're like
infield.
a full nutcase. Isn't
Yeah,
like a
shortstop
shortstop and a
was-
goalkeeper? That's
yeah,
like
shortstop was sort of like one of the main parts of the infield there. Sort of gets a lot of the action and
Derek
so,
Jeter.
yeah.
Can you basically palm an entire softball with your hand, like get your fingers all the way around it and touch your fingers to each other?
No, not that much. But
That's why I like
can palm it
softball.
around.
Baseball, ball too small.
Yeah.
It's a bloody tiny ball. How am I supposed to throw this
Easier
thing?
to see softball.
I can't be doing this. This is like a ping pong ball.
Now, there's a little bit of debate online about your height. Wikipedia has you at 1.83 m, so bang on 6 foot. ChatGPT has you at 1.90 m.
Yeah.
Can you confirm that? Which are you, the tall boy or the short boy?
No, I'm not tall. Tall, I don't know. Yeah, Wikipedia
Are you a bit
used to be
annoyed
off
that
there.
someone's edited your Wikipedia to say you're shorter than you actually are?
Nah, not really. Doesn't bother me,
You
but
know
I think someone's probably seen me from maybe a lot further away. Think I look a bit smaller, and then I get closer, and then they've already probably updated and thought, oh, but no,
We
probably
can't update the internet. Just leave it. Just leave it. It
Just
is
leave it
now.
as it is.
Mate, on the club site, you're 183. You got to speak to someone about that.
I think I'm about 187, 180. Well, up to the 190
They just
side
split
there.
the middle.
If we're making up numbers, I'm 192. That's fine. It's like, yeah, whatever. I'm like 6'6". No worries. No worries. Like KD style, you know?
Yeah,
They've
of course.
underranked you so that when people play,
Yeah.
we're going to have to cut all of this out and be like, he's probably actually more like 179.
Yeah, he's 179, and then they see me on the field and be like, oh, these guys lied.
There's a lot of goal to shoot at. A lot of goal to shoot at.
Yeah.
Mate, what a year you're having, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate
Unreal. Multiple man of the matches. What's been the difference maker?
that. No, look, it's I've been taking it like game by game. Obviously last year learning a lot.
I'm going to interrupt you here, actually.
Yeah,
This is a bit of a bugbear of mine.
yeah.
Mate, that answer's boring. We've got to jazz up that answer. We've got to jazz up your
What do you
answer
want me
for you.
to say?
I've got an interview of you. You give the straight answer. We've got to jazz it up.
What do you
You've
want
got
me
to
to
be
say?
like, bro, I'm good. I'm really good at this.
Okay.
You're a professional.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly, you're a professional.
Yeah.
Listen
Why is
to
that?
this, mate.
Really well media trained.
Yeah. Have you had
Whoever's-
media training?
No, I just went to private school. Did a lot of went to private school. Did the debating stuff at a younger age. I guess good parents brought me up well, and been known to speak.
I
Talk
love
when
it.
I was younger.
Well, listen to
All
this.
right, listen to this, mate. Listen to this.
and we'll get this clipped in properly.
All right, hold on. Here we go.
It's my first game, that one.
This
Yep.
is his first ever interview.
Unbreached on his professional debut. What an afternoon for you. You seem delighted, as you should be. Just talk us through your emotions right now, Patrick.
I'm ecstatic with the win. I mean, we had to dig deep there, especially in the last 20. And the boys stuck together, and we saw the game out. I thought we played really well, especially in the first half. We kept the ball and we stuck to how we want to play, and it showed definitely. But yeah, I'm just proud of the boys and grateful to be able to help and do my part. We're just in training every day, pushing each other, working to be as best as we can, and that's all we think about. The rest is up to the coaches, but we just go out there every day on the training pitch and we just do our job. We push each other, all of us keepers, to do the best we can on the weekend, and that's what came today.
So that was your first ever interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, you're too humble. Too humble, and then we give you an opportunity to make it all about you again.
Yeah.
Too humble again.
Well, I guess
This is Simon can be your interview coach.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. How about we do this? Adam,
Yeah.
you ask a question, then you can answer with what you like, and I'll
Okay.
interpret for
All
you
right, we'll do it that way.
as what it should be. All right, go for it.
Pat, fantastic game today. Another clean sheet. That's 7 clean sheets back to back. Talk us through what changes have you made this year to get you to this level?
Look, it's been the same for me every single week, how I approach the games, and I think looking no further than this game, just doing my part for the team, and I think if I focus on that and just do my part, like I said, then it allows the players up the front of the field and in front of me to do their part, and we can get a good result.
Simon?
They call me Beachy. Do you know why? Because I see this thing like a beach ball. It comes in slow, it comes in soft, and it is massive. It is massive, mate. The only thing bigger than that beach ball that I see is my head. My head, my heart, and my hands. It's all about me. Those fellas up front, though, if they could actually put in the net, we'd all be a bit better off, I think.
There you go.
What do you reckon?
Thoughts?
Yeah,
Take it on board?
interpretation. I like it.
Good
I like it.
interpretation. See, I could tell that that's what you meant. I could tell that that's
Could
what
ya?
you meant. Yeah, yeah. But what is the difference this year? I know, I'll let you answer however you like now, but
Look, honestly,
Bigger hands.
You're
He's
gonna
so
laugh at me for
gun-shy.
that. I don't even know that. I couldn't even answer for you. The difference wise is I'm really enjoying it. I'm really having a great season, and to get out there, like I've said in previous interviews when I've been asked, how do you see the game, or what's the difference to previously before you came into this season, and I think the match tempo and the quality is so different, of course, and then but you get used to it. You get used to it each game, and then you also I guess understand what you can do as well and then understand. Like for me, I knew pretty early on. Like I got a lot of confidence in myself and a lot of belief, but I knew very early on. I was like, all right, this is where I deserve to be. This is where I want to be. This is where I want to keep progressing and keep performing. So in terms of the difference, there was no real difference. I've always had that same mindset and attitude towards training, leading into games, everything. So I honestly approach training and games the exact same.
That was a good answer.
Yeah.
That was a great answer.
And now at the end of that,
do you want me to interpret that?
yeah.
Yeah,
No. I'll leave the interpretation later.
At the end of the interview after your first game, there was a very unfortunate voice break,
wasn't there?
which we can just replay now, just for a sec.
On the weekend, that's what came today.
Very good.
Hey, that was. I was hoping you didn't pick up on that, but Adam started laughing straight away, and I thought,
We pick
he's
up
seen it.
everything here.
I remember when I did that interview. I was just on cloud nine. I was so happy, obviously being debut, 1-0 win, everything. And I did the interview, and then as soon as I think like you heard 1 second left, and my voice just cracked, and it happens.
Happens to the best of us.
It's so annoying, but it happens. Like honestly, it doesn't bother me anymore because I'm out in the field, and the boys could all back me up. I'm out in the field. I probably have about 2 or 3 voice cracks a session, like because I'm screaming so loud at certain times, and my voice just goes up and down sometimes. And it's gotten to the point now at the start where some boys laughed and that turn around like, nice one. But now it just happens, and everyone just walks off and runs around like it didn't happen because it happens that much. So
you see, you were being so humble too, and that's probably the saving grace. Is that imagine you were being a bit of a head,
yeah, I know.
and then your voice cracked. You're like, yeah, guys, I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a
Imagine
proper
telling
disaster.
someone off and then you have a voice crack, they wouldn't take you seriously. They'd be like, oh, mate,
You're like, all right, child,
yeah, just don't worry about your voice.
come back here, mate. That's
What do you
very
like? What do you like saving more, a penalty or like an unbelievable free kick?
I reckon a free kick.
Mm.
Just because I think there's more into it with a free kick. Depends where it is. I think everyone loves a penalty save. I love a penalty save. I haven't had one this season. We've had a couple of penalties against, but everyone sort of expects the striker to score, of course, no matter what. And when you can save that and sort of change everyone's, outcome of what they think is going to happen, that's a great feeling. But I think also this, like the feeling of saving a free kick, whether it's gone around the wall, over the wall, going in towards the top corner, and you can, claw it away last second and make that save. I think that's one of the best feelings.
What are you thinking when there's a penalty? Like when you're because I have absolutely no idea. You're standing on the line.
Yeah.
Striker steps up to the ball.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Like, is it just the prep that you've done? You're like, he likes to go bottom right or bottom left or whatever, or you're like, I'm definitely going to save it. Are you pumping yourself up?
Yeah, I pump myself up, but it's like, I'm like, all right, time to shine. Like, let's do it. But we sort of have an understanding, or we sit down, myself and the goalkeeper coach, and we sort of go through what we think or where we think the players are going to go. It doesn't mean it's correct. It's up to the attacker, whoever's taking it, to then they could just change it last second and go where they want. But we sort of have an idea, but it's also in my mind as well. Sometimes if I think in my gut, like, oh, I think this guy's actually going to go this way, or just a feeling on game day, then I'll change it. But when it comes,
I love it. We do heaps and heaps of research, but sometimes vibes, bro.
yeah, well,
Sometimes
sometimes there's players in the league who have been in the league for a long time, and they've taken 25 plus penalties, and some of them have scored 24
Whoa.
and missed one, or they've scored all of them. So you're sitting there and I'm going, okay, so they've scored.
It's
all
almost
of
like a
these.
free swing, right? You're just like,
Yeah.
well, this guy's probably going to score. But
Or he should score. That's what I think. I don't feel any
No pressure.
any pressure or nerves when it's a penalty, because like I said, it's in a penalty, every attacker is, they should score. But in my head, I'm like I said, time to shine. All right, let's make a save. Let's change it. And whether or not it happens, if it goes in, it's like, all right, it goes in. It's a kick right in front of goal. But yeah, that's how I go about it.
Whatever, Trevor.
exactly.
Doesn't matter.
That's it.
Hey, we were doing just some research for you when you were coming on to guest host, because we like to know, like, who are we going to be working with?
Yeah.
Have you seen some of the highlights of you on YouTube? Have you ever YouTubed yourself?
No, I don't think I have. No.
You've never YouTubed yourself?
No.
Bro, there's some good stuff on there.
Is there?
There's some great stuff on there, dude. Yeah, there's some great stuff.
There is.
My personal favourite, though.
Oh, what's this? Is this?
He's looking at us like we're trying to stitch him up. We're not trying to stitch you up
not
at
at
all.
all.
I was like, is this gone back 8 years ago or something? Or
No way.
Oh,
no.
good.
This is really recent. This is Patrick Beach versus Brisbane Raw.
There's a 3-minute 40 clip
3
of
minutes
your
40.
highlights.
Is there?
Yeah.
I honestly haven't even seen it.
It is 3 minutes 40, and it is almost just you kicking out. It's just you doing kickouts.
Is it actually?
There is not a single save on this highlight clip.
Oh, nice.
It's just you doing kickouts for 3 minutes 40.
Do you remember it being a pretty relaxing game?
Yeah, in terms of relaxing, I think we had a lot of the ball possession. So I remember I was very much on the
Bro,
ball
at
a
one
lot.
stage you're at halfway.
Yeah, I know that's obviously the way we like to play, and then it comes with some scares at times.
There's one particularly scary moment where you'd like full slide intercept at halfway.
Yeah, is a ball coming in and it skidded onto me quicker than I thought.
Yep.
It bounced off and I was like, oh, it's got to go that way.
Yep.
But honestly, in those moments, like I think a lot of people feel, obviously fans and stuff probably feel pressure, or people off the field get more nervous. But us on there, for me,
You're in control.
Yeah, it's really calm, and it's like, well, if something happens, then let's get on with it. But like to me, like you don't want something to happen, but it's just like, yeah, when you're out there, it's calm. It's just relaxed.
So we're just a minute 15 into the clip. Still kickouts.
Yeah,
Still
I'm
doing
still
kickouts.
just passing the ball around. That's
Still doing
I don't know
kickouts.
what
Still passes.
Whoever
Sending them along.
uploaded that, they've just looked at my game and thought, yep, this is it actually says Patrick Beach versus Brisbane Roar.
Yeah.
I thought it
This
was
is
Melbourne
literally,
City versus. Oh, okay.
no, this is literally just a highlight reel for you.
Oh, nice.
Only you passing out of the box.
Nothing from the rest of the game, just
That's
your
nice of
So
them.
passes out of the
there's
back.
2 goals. There's actually 2 goals, so we'll give him that. But I'm just going to keep this playing.
No, go for it. That's all right.
What do you reckon about your technique? Do you reckon they've got you on a good game for this?
Yeah, I think so. Like you mentioned one moment there where I slipped over.
Here
Right
it
there,
is.
yeah, I slipped over there and
Still saved it though.
yeah, still kept it, which is the main thing.
Which is why it's in the highlights.
There you go.
But no, that's what a lot of my game is around as well here. That's the way we like to play, and brave on the ball and step in as another player to help out the team and help the back line out, move the ball around quickly. Like I said, a lot of people see that and probably get nervous, or because it's sort of, but that's the way football's going. Football's going with keepers being an extra man, playing
Press,
out, stepping up as another number to beat the press and ultimately just
You almost made a save on that one.
almost
Except
yeah.
he launched it over the top
Launched
of
it
the
over the
crossbar,
bar.
and you're like, it's not even worth my invest.
Have you thought about what your celebration would be if you were to score a goal?
I don't know. Probably just go mental. Hey, like I don't know when. honestly, I don't even know. Like I always picture if some people have asked me before, like, oh, if you score a goal, do you reckon you'll score a goal? And I go, absolutely. And then
So you're confident you'll score one?
I reckon one day. I'm not. I reckon one day. I have a feeling it'll be like a 93rd minute.
Send him down there.
Send the keeper up there, try to get something, and I don't know, flick a header in or something, and just go to the crowd and go nuts. But honestly, this season, like I have a thing where I haven't celebrated with the team really when they've scored, because obviously I'm up the other end. But I just turn around and celebrate with our fans right behind my goal, and I love it. They love it because they're all the way up there in that corner, and I'm down here, and I'm like, I'll celebrate with these guys. I'll celebrate with them at half time.
That is one of my favourite views in football, is the ISO'd on the keeper when the team scores, because they're so excited, but there's no one around them.
Yeah.
They're just like, and then they just kind of like, okay, I guess we're kind of done with that part.
Yeah, but
P.S. that video's still going.
Still saving.
Still passing it out. There we go.
The funny thing is like sometimes I see myself like, or later on, like the next day, or the highlights of the game, or even on the big screen, like 20 seconds after we scored, and everyone's still walking back to halfway. And they're replaying the goal, and it shows them celebrating up there, and then it cuts to the video of a cameraman on me, and I'm sprinting, and I jump up and cheer with the crowd, going nuts. And I like once or twice I've done it, and the team's going to celebrate it because we don't know, and I've gone to celebrate it. I come back and the linesman's got the offside flag on. And I've already just gone and given it the massive come on, and then I look back and it's offside. I'm like, let's
Never
go.
mind, guys.
Switch back on. Let's go.
Well, Symon, do you think we should give Pat a celebration that if he does score, that then he has to do this celebration?
Well, I mean, what celebration could you do? What could you do? We got to workshop this. We didn't come in anything prepared. Did you
No,
prepare
I'm just
anything?
thinking like something beach related.
Oh, like a bit of surfing. Maybe you
Do a
go with
surf
like
celebration.
you score
Yeah.
and you do like surf paddle to the corner.
Yeah.
And then
I think
you could
I think
even
it's
do
run to the corner, lie
belly
down.
slide and then prop up, surf, hand behind the head like you're riding a barrel.
Yeah.
What do you
Thoughts?
reckon?
If
I don't
you
mind it.
score, run, slide on your belly, and then it's like you're swimming on
Not
top
your
of the
paddle?
board and then jump up on top of your board
And then jump up.
And then
in
just
a
a bit of
barrel.
surfing.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I might get a fine from the lads for that. They might.
You
Hey, that'd be
definitely
worth
get a
it.
fine.
Mate, we will pay your fine.
No, you will not.
Okay, we will not pay your
You
fine.
do not say that. You don't know how much these guys should charge it.
True.
It's risky.
True,
Adam
true,
will
true.
pay
I
your
don't
fine.
mind it
though.
though. I don't mind it. I like the creativity with it.
I think that could catch on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bit of a beach theme
There's a
behind
bit
it.
of like a, it's a bit,
There's a bit of a void.
Yeah.
for good celebrations.
I like it. I don't mind it.
There's
Yeah.
a bit too much just like running off to the side, jump, and then like turn around and celebrate with the fellas. We want, I mean, as you can probably tell by our press conference advice,
We're a bit about us.
yeah, we would like a
Yeah.
bit more look at me.
Yeah, a bit more.
Yeah,
look
so
at me.
belly slide, get up, hand behind the back, start surfing.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
that'd be cool.
I'll try and remember it. If that time ever happens, could be
Yeah.
anywhere, bro. Don't know.
Mate, I am
Anyway,
so excited.
anytime. I could be 38 years old and then just pop it out there.
Yeah.
Socceroos, you'll do it.
And just say, Adam, Simon, here you go.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
for you.
You look directly into the camera. Did you get it? Did you get it? This is what we've done.
Yeah.
What
I
we've
like
done.
it.
That's very funny. How you going with the new coach? Well, not the new coach, but how you going with Vids as your coach? I mean, he's put you in the top team, so you must be his favourite. I guess that's how it works.
I'm loving it. I think Viddy's a great coach and he's got the team going really well this year. I think everyone knows their role. He is. I think everyone understands what he wants and how he wants us to play. And I think that's really important to know that within the squad. And there's no rule. There's no question marks. There's no one wondering anything. Everyone's gone into game day, I think, fully switched on, and everyone knows what needs to be done.
What's success? They know what
yeah,
success
exactly.
is, right?
And
Yeah.
you know, that's what I mean. No one's going into games wondering.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone goes into games. Everyone's got the same mindset. You know, the ones who, like myself or the other 10 on the field who start the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we know what's going on. We know the roles and what we're trying to do. But also the players who are on the bench coming on, it's all the same. And I think that's also something that's helped a lot this season with our games, winning games, is everyone's on the same page, and I think that's driven from Viddy and the other coaching staff.
Does he ever give a serve? Like, is he a fire and brimstone guy, or
What,
fire
like-
and brimstone, or is
He's
he a
like,
bit
come
more
on,
like
you got to pull your finger out. You
Oh
gotta
yeah,
do this."
yeah. I think he is.
Just
he
a
is.
big bake. Gives you,
No, he is, but it's more so in a real positive
You're
way.
doing great.
Yeah,
You're
he's just
doing a
sort of like-
fantastic job.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
doing be yourself.
Yeah, it's more so even you know more so like at halftime when the game's really could be even, but we're playing good football, and he'll be sort of revving us up, like, boys, like, come on, this is our home, this is our 3 points to get. You know, we're not leaving here without our 3 points. You know, but he says that in a way where he's, you know, not yelling, but he's firing us up, and everyone's sitting there going. It sort of gives that, you know, he's that extra play with us as well, helping us and getting us, like, making us realize, like, yeah, we go back out there and we're going to win this game. So he is like that, but he's also, you know, very calm and collected, and just talks to us, and we know what the message is that he's getting across.
Does he? Because I mean, obviously, field player. Does he give you much advice, or is he just like leaves it to your coaches specifically, or he just walks past and he's like, "Hey, Beachy, just don't let it go in there if you can."
no.
I don't,
Yeah, just
care,
don't
I don't care what
concede.
you do, mate. Just don't let it go in
Yeah,
there.
no, he gives me a lot of advice. To be honest, him and our goalkeeper coach, they both talk to me a lot about many things. Viddy comes up to me and gives me advice on certain things, whether it's actually goalkeeping or if it's, you know, playing out the back or commanding the box, or all different things. Or half the time it's about organising the players in front of me. You know, always being so switched on with them, like, you know, make sure these guys are all here in the right positions where they need to be, wherever the ball is on the pitch. So, yeah, Viddy and I, you know, we have good conversations about a lot of that stuff, and he's always, you know, talking to me regularly about, you know, just everything I need to be on. So it's good.
Nice. Who is the coach's pet? Who's his favourite?
The coach's pet.
There's got to be someone.
Honestly, I don't think we have one.
You don't have
He's
one favourite.
He's very no.
No, it sounds like it's you then.
Yeah, correct. yes.
That's what
We
I mean.
asked
It's
other
like
people.
they'd be like
What, have
straight
they said
in.
me? No, I don't think it's me. No, I don't even think we have one. Genuinely, everyone's
Oh, that's sucks.
even. Honestly, I think everyone's.
So he's like,
dead
he
set.
just, it
He's
sounds
just
like he's
equal?
like the dad. He treats everybody equal.
Yeah.
Everyone, loves all his children as much as he
Yeah,
loves the
yeah. We
other.
walk out. Everyone gets the same handshake, hug. Out you go. Ready for the game. No one's honestly. No one. I don't see anyone getting.
That's the most controversial thing you've said on this show.
Is
today. Yeah, by a mile.
Really?
Nobody is a teacher. Is the teacher's pet? Is the
honestly,
coach's pet?
No, I don't.
Wow.
I don't see anyone.
Okay. There you go.
pretty-
Look,
very- very
that's the
even.
insight you get on Talking Bullshit.
Yeah.
The coach plays no favourites. Far out. That's very impressive. Very impressive by him.
Thanks for accepting my follow request
Yeah,
today
that's all
for your
right.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw both.
Did you
yours, yeah.
accept mine too?
Of course I did, mate.
Oh,
yeah.
thanks, bro.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
23-year-old doesn't have private Instagram?
No, I've had
Any
private for a
decision
while.
between the private Instagram?
No, I don't know, just private.
Just stay out of my life.
Just private life.
We do like
Yeah.
to scrub back to your photos. There's
Oh,
one
you've
from
done it. You're a bad guy.
There's one from 2022. I just love the turtleneck and the necklace. Can you talk us through? Are you still running turtleneck and necklace?
Bro, you dressed as The Rock? Surely you're dressed as The
no,
Rock.
that
looks
was,
like that is.
It looks
we're
like
gonna
The Rock
get-
when he's leaning on the thing with the bum bag.
Yeah. I know what you're
It's
referring to.
it's for those listening. It's a photo of Pat standing. Who's in the photo with you?
That's
Pat?
my dad. That's
Yep.
my old man. That was for
What's your
my
dad's name?
Mark.
Grass.
Pat and Mark
Yeah.
standing in front of like a media wall.
Yeah, that was at the Star Casino Sports, the sports sort of
At the sports bar.
yeah,
Yep.
because it was my 18th. It was around my 18th. So I got back from overseas. I was overseas for a year or so, and I had my 18th overseas. And when I came back, my mum and dad, and I think it was my brother as well. We all like went out that night. They said, "I will take you to the sports bar." And
You wore a
have an 18th.
turtleneck with a chain to your 18th. Bro, you are about me, and I like it a lot.
Absolutely.
That is the most endorsed.
What
That is
we're
sick.
going to do for those listening is we'll put it up on the socials.
That's great.
A comparison
I like
picture of Pat in his turtleneck and chain next to The Rock in his turtleneck and chain.
Yeah, but Pat looks good. Beachy's
that
got
was
it,
the
mate.
that was the black winter turtleneck with black jeans and white shoes.
No, and white shoes. Oh, I love it.
Always the white
Right,
shoes.
that's strong. That's
Yeah.
strong.
Appreciate it.
That's
Thank
like
you.
I'm here.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
here.
making
Star
an
Casino.
entrance.
Get out of here.
I'm going to bankrupt
Get
you.
ready.
Get out of here. No, that's great. Hey, we were talking a little bit off air. What kind of life's like outside of football?
Yep.
Mate, you're in with the Sydney crew.
Yeah.
Did you guys know each other before you moved down to Melbourne?
Yeah. So obviously with Ale Lapane and Zane Schreiber, and we all went to the same school at Westfield Sports High School in Sydney.
Is it West like a shopping centre school? That's weird.
It's a fair question.
no,
What have you got on after lunch? Oh, I've got
Going down to Glassons.
I've got surf, dive and ski before
Going to
recess.
Westfields. So we're at Westfield Sports High School. It's one of the best sports schools in the country. A lot of
It
famous.
would be big rebel sport in there.
Yeah,
And the JD.
a lot of famous footballers went through there. Cricketers, swimmers, or
Who's the
rugby
most
players.
famous?
I think
Besides Pat
Kuehl
Beach.
went there. I think Michael Clark was there. Jared Hayne.
Wow.
Harry Kuehl was there. I think others like Aaron Moy. There's been a lot. Honestly,
is-
that many. There's a lot in the A League right now. If you go through every A League team and sort of go through what schools I went to, I think at least 50% of them all went to Westfield's Sports High at one
Wow.
point. Like there's a lot of them there. But Ale, Zane and I, we all knew each other from school. I was in the same year as Ale. And I was there for 2 years. And we were good mates in school, and he played for Wanderers at that time, and I was at Central Coast Mariners. Then we always been good mates. And then I found out, obviously I knew I was coming here 2 years ago nearly now, and he moved there around that time as well, at the exact same time. And then one of the staff, he said, "Oh, we got a place here for you. You know, all three of you can move in, 3 Sydney boys." And I said, I asked one of the staff, I said, "Who are the other two?" And because I had an inkling like it was Ali, and then he said, "Yeah, Ali Lapane." And then I got onto the phone straight away, and I said, "Oh, you cheeky bugger, you're coming here as well." And then Zane, and we knew of Zane. We didn't know Zane like very well because he was like 2 years below us.
Mm-hmm.
So we knew of him football. Sort of know of everyone pretty much.
He was at Southlands High.
Yeah.
But no, he was. We knew of Zane, and then when he moved here at the same time as us, then we got to know him pretty well. So yeah, we're all in that house there. At the moment.
What are the roles in the house? Is anyone the chef, or you run your own races?
No, we all run our own races. We used to cook for each other, but we just sort of went like our own races after a while. It was just, I guess, easier. Sometimes you had to eat at different times, or we had different things on in the day.
So who
it
can't
just-
cook is basically that's what's
No, we
happened.
all can
yeah?
cook.
You can all cook?
Yeah, we all cook.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. I was really like sensing that like
No,
two of us
no.
are really good cooks, one of
Yeah.
us not good cooking.
No, we all cook.
Okay.
We're all pretty good cooks. We would have. I always cook last, at the end of the night.
Okay.
No apparent reason.
What's your specialty?
I love a bit of fish and rice and nice veggies, whatever. Very orientated that way. I like the rice and the veggies, good carbs, protein, all the sensible stuff.
Does that mean you get stuck with everybody else's food cleaning?
No. So we all, like, as soon as we finish cooking, we all clean and put it in the dishwasher pretty quickly, and then the next person like just cooks and just chucks in the dishwasher and.
A lot of one pot pans.
Yeah, like 3 different pans at the end of the night in the
It's like
dishwasher.
everyone's got one pan that they own.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is yours,
That's what
mine.
you use,
That's
and
yours.
One plate.
Don't touch
one
my pan.
knife as well.
And then
Don't touch
is
my
it-
pan, exactly.
Who controls the TV, or are you playing FIFA against each other? Like, what happens after?
We play
dinner?
cards. We play cards a lot on the table upstairs.
what
a lot,
game?
Yeah. We play 21. I don't know if you know that game at all. And then we play Dead. I don't know if I can say it on here. Dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Who's currently head?
I think Zane's the best at that.
Yeah.
Zane's the best. And then Ali and I don't know. We win every now and then, but Zane's always constantly winning that one, so we like to change it up so one of us feels the
So we stop
feeling of
playing.
winning. Yeah, we play the other game we started playing the other game a lot now because we do it for the drives a lot. The drive for game day and stuff.
You'll
so we
play
play
a game
cards.
and then see who.
Genuinely, we were like, all right, who's driving today? Oh, we don't know. Let's play a game of cards. Whoever loses drives. The other two jump in.
That's good.
It's
Yeah.
the deal breaker. That's
Yeah.
it.
That's the if you lose, you're like, yeah,
Gotta
all
drive.
Gotta
Yeah,
drive
yeah,
to
yeah.
and from.
That's funny.
yeah,
Stiff.
All right. Hey, mate, we've got a couple of segments that we want to finish with, if that's okay.
yeah.
So the first segment that we're going to go with, it's pretty imaginative.
Yeah.
I'll let you guess what it's about. It's about beaches.
Ah, okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah.
Yeah. It's about beaches. So, I mean, I really want to know. Well, firstly, let's go with what's your favourite beach?
I think Coogee. And it's ironic me saying like my nickname when I was younger, but
See?
I've been
Here's
It's
there.
a bit about me.
Yeah.
I've been there. No, I've been there. That's probably the beach I've been to the most
Right.
with mates and stuff. Because I live out. Well, before I came here, I was in West Sydney.
Yep.
So it's obviously like 50 minutes an hour to the beach.
Okay.
And I was like, it's quite a distance. But when I went there, like with my mates or one or two of my mates, I'd like go to his and then we'd go to Coogee for the day. And it's just pretty easy. You sort of just go like right through.
Yep.
Coogee's there, and then the hardest part's just finding a car spot. And you get there, and then once you get that, that's
Day
you're good.
sorted.
Yeah, but no, it's good. I like probably Coogee's the best. I've only been to Bondi once or twice really because
Overrated.
that's chaotic, mate. I think the one
Too
or two
much,
times
bro.
I've been there when I was younger, you can't even get a spot in the sand, and then you're out there and
Too
the
much.
waves are throwing you into people, and you're just like, I want to go home.
You don't want to be on Bondi Rescue.
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
Terrible.
What's the worst beach in Australia?
Oh god.
Well, how about we
I
do
don't know.
this?
I don't know.
What are the top 3 worst beaches you've been to?
I couldn't tell you the worst. Though. So could probably give you the best.
Okay. What are the top 3 best beaches you've been to?
I'd say Coogie's one. When I was up at Central Coast Mariners before, I was at Melbourne City. I was living in an apartment there, like right near the water, so that was unbelievable. And there was a beach there called Blue Bay Beach.
Uh-huh.
Really small beach, but it was good. Had good waves, and it was like a little secluded beach on its own. And then you'd walk around, and then there was another beach right there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's probably one of my favorites as well. And then there was another one like nearby called Toowoomba Bay Beach as well. I honestly, because I lived out west a lot, like my whole life, you just go to like the river or something nearby.
Inland man.
Yeah, inland man. Go to like Nepean River or something like that.
Yeah.
For a dip or something like that for an hour. But when I've been to the beaches, it's always been like Coogee Beach, or when I was up the coast, it was Blue Bay Beach. Like that was.
Now
was
that you
top.
don't play for the coast, what do you think of the giant sauce bottle?
Great question.
The giant sauce bottles at the stadium.
Yeah.
I thought they were funny. I thought it was just unique. It was unique.
Nice.
It was unique. You go around the stadium, like around the country to different stadiums, and there's no sauce bottles behind the goals. Yeah, you go at Central Coast. You've got a tomato and a barbecue or whatever it was. I can't remember now. It's tomato and mustard or something. Like Heinz ketchup there or something.
Would
and-
you like to see a
Master
giant sauce
Foods.
bottle behind
At
the
Amy
Melbourne
Park.
City goal?
Yeah, why not?
What would you think would be the giant at a City game? What do you think they need a giant?
Giant Asahi 0.0%.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
mate,
a sponsor.
that is a sponsor. Let's take sponsors out of it. What giant thing do you want to see at a City game?
I don't know.
It can be anything. It can be an item.
I'm just looking at the logo here on the shirt, the Melbourne City badge. I'm thinking at the bull and the whale and the ship and the goat.
A
and all of the lamb.
full-size whale.
Yeah, full-size ship.
That would be sick. All right, petition to start a full-size whale.
A life-size blue whale.
A life-size
Even though it's a southern right.
in the home bay. Just get them to get up a big whale and put it up behind the car.
Can you explain the Melbourne City crest to us and what each of the items means?
I don't know all of them. I think I know that the crown in the middle, I think it resembles obviously the crown in England, the Manchester. The ship, that's one of the main parts in Manchester or something. Something like I think I'm on the right spot there. I think it resembles like something with the Docklands or something in Manchester. These three, couldn't tell you. I can't remember. Honestly. It's written around here, but I obviously can't remember it. But I'm most sure with the crown, of course, with England, Manchester City being the parent club of Melbourne City, and then I know a bit about the ship, but the rest I couldn't tell you off by
We're
heart.
0 for 4, Simon.
Yeah. Do you know what no one ever talks about?
The heart.
Is it there's 2 hearts here?
Well, with that to do with Melbourne Heart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spot
Yeah.
on.
Well, there you go. There's 3 out of 5, 3 out of 6.
There you go. You can have that one for free. Mate, you nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
The best so far.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to finish today. We're almost at the end.
Yeah.
We really appreciate your time.
No, I
We
appreciate having me
mate.
on.
You're welcome back anytime you like.
No, I'd love it. It's been great fun.
But we talked earlier about, your press conference, your candor at which you can reveal your press conferences. And I think, throughout, your guest host experience on Talking Bullship, you've really come out of your shell. So we want to give you another chance at the press conference. This is a segment we call the presser,
Yeah.
where we will just ask questions like it is a press conference, and we'd love you to answer
Okay.
as appropriate as you see fit.
Okay.
Okay.
The only rule is you're not allowed to say, I don't know.
You can't say, I don't know.
Right. I'll try my best.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
You go first, Simon.
How many grains of sand are on Bondi Beach? As our resident beach expert.
5 million.
You only think 5 million grains of sand?
It's a safe answer. I don't know. Could be a lot. I think it's a lot more though.
That's
Considering
probably a
how-
safer answer.
How big Bondi is.
Yep.
I reckon, what do you reckon, 50?
Keep going.
Yeah, 50 mil, 100 mil. Is it a lot higher? Is it? A lot higher.
Think about a grain of sand.
200 mil.
I think,
Do you know the answer or are you guessing as well?
well, we've chat GPT'd the answer.
ChatGPT.
Yeah. So we know.
500 mil.
So we know. Yeah. So you know that search engine that got your height wrong?
Yeah,
We've
yeah.
gone to that to get this
Oh,
number.
right.
No, the
okay.
search engine
So it should be correct.
was closer than the club
Oh,
website.
true.
So it should be correct then if you've asked the same.
Yeah,
the same.
absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be completely fine.
And so it's about, I think it's 18.6 quadrillion, which is
So honestly,
Yeah.
I've never been asked that question before. So
yeah.
one of those
186 and then 14 zeros after it.
wow.
That's
Yeah.
how many they estimate grains of sand. On a similar vein, how many houses are on Beach Road?
Beach Road.
You're the beach expert.
Can I ask where about it's located?
Beach Road in Melbourne.
It's in St Kilda.
How long is the road?
Runs from St Kilda to about
pretty long.
Sandringham.
It's pretty long.
How many houses are along the strip?
About 6. 10. 100.
So the road's pretty long.
It's really long. It's
How
really
many
long.
Ks?
Actually, it would go from Port Melbourne to Mentone.
Yep. Do you know where any of
I
those
don't know where
places
Mentone
are?
is.
It's the
Perfect.
end of Beach Road.
I'm gonna have a guess here. I'm gonna go high because I aimed low last time. 1,000.
You think 1,000? I love that you don't know the road or the suburbs. So you're really
Well,
just
you're
guessing
talking to a
number.
Sydney guy here. So 2
Absolutely.
years and I live down like southeast way. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go into the city on when we get sort of a day off or something. Or
What do you do on your day off?
depends. Sometimes it's the week could add up so much. I'm pretty sore. Like even sometimes still come in and do recovery here because sometimes I feel like
That's good
I really
dedication.
need it. So I come in and do.
That's a
recovery.
great answer.
Thank you.
Great
Happy
answer.
with that press conference answer.
That was a
Sometimes
good
I do
answer.
a bit more.
No, like
Yeah.
I like.
He
to,
said he does recovery on his days off. On
yeah,
your
well,
day
no,
off, what do
yeah,
you
but
sleep
I
in?
also like we go to this.
Sorry, I actually forgot we were in the press conference.
We go to Westfields.
You go to Westfields?
Yeah, we go to like Chadstone or something.
Yep.
Every couple of weeks or so, or especially last year, I like to go golfing a lot. I haven't done it as much this season at all compared to last year. I'd like to go for 9 to 18 holes last year on a day off and get a good session for like 4 hours or so. But
Do you think there's any correlation between playing less golf and playing more football?
yeah, it could be.
Because at the moment, Andy Naboo is playing much more golf and much less football.
Yeah, I saw part of his one last episode, and no, I'm not on Andy's level. Andy loves his golf. To put that quite frank, he loves his golf. So, no, maybe I think obviously I've taken another step up this year, a lot more, and a lot more obviously football playing, and a lot more in every department. So I haven't done as much golf at all. Had a membership last year and all that, so I was really much into it into my downtime, which was great. I'd love to get back into it. I think it's a great sport, and I'll definitely be watching the Masters coming up as well. So.
I like this. We could stray very heavily into golf chat again.
Yeah.
So the estimate is 2,000 houses on Beach Road.
Yeah. Oh, that's all right.
That was pretty close.
That was all right.
I think you were pretty close.
I got 1,000 off.
I mean, it's closer than
the sand.
than like 3 quadrillion off.
5 million versus
What
1.
would you have said if you got asked that grain of sand? Genuinely, if you were to think about it.
Yeah, I would have said about 5 million.
Yeah.
No, I would have said not quadrillion. I would have
No,
been.
I
I would
would've
have gone to
didn't even-
billions.
Yeah, it would have been.
Would you?
Billions.
Yeah.
Or trillions.
Yeah.
Probably trillions.
Yeah. Sorry, this press conference. You've done this is great press conference work.
I'm starting to ask the questions on you.
You've got the journalist
I've
distracted. I've got one for you. Kiss, marry, avoid. Safety Beach, the movie with Bette Midler, The Beach, and the other movie called The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio.
I don't know any of them.
It's going to be a very interesting answer then, isn't it?
I don't know any of those movies, I don't think.
You don't know The Beach.
Have you ever heard of Beaches with Bette Midler?
I've heard of that, but I haven't seen it.
Or The Beach with Leonardo DiCaprio?
No, I haven't seen
Or
it.
Safety Beach.
Haven't seen it.
For a beach expert, your beach knowledge is very limited.
I agree.
The
Do you
only
know anything
expertise I
about-
got about the beaches is my last name.
I disagree. I think we need to change this.
Any recommended ones or to go first?
Now, watch The Beach today
The beach.
and then go to Safety Beach, which is a place, and then Beaches you could watch with your mum at home.
Okay.
She
Yeah,
might like
I'll
it.
send her a message. So
Be like, hey, I'm watching Beaches. She'll be
Yeah.
like, love that movie.
Well, our beach expert, Pat Beach, thanks for joining us on Talking Bullship. We look
you.
forward to the surfing celebration when you
I
score a
cannot
goal.
wait.
yeah, I'll try and pull it out whenever the golden moment happens, and I'll flick it onto you.
Thanks, mate.
All right.
Legend.
Thanks for
Thank you,
having me on.
buddy.
Thanks,
Appreciate
guys.
it.